Welcome to HH28, where we unravel the secrets of self-discovery and matchmaking. We are Hugh and Heather,
two master holistic guides dedicated to helping you navigate the worlds of numerology, astrology, and personality in pursuit of meaningful connections.
All right, ready to swing into action because today we're diving into the world of the Chinese zodiac's monkeys.
You know what's funny? What always gets me is how with the Chinese zodiac, it goes way beyond just like your birth year. This isn't some generalized sun sign horoscope, is it?
Not even close. We're talking about energy, elements, way more nuance. Because if it was just those quick online descriptions, wouldn't every monkey be the same?
Exactly. And we know that's not true. The animal sign is just the start, right? Then you factor in the 12-year cycle, the influence of the 5 elements, wood, fire, all of that, and suddenly it's a much bigger picture.
So someone born in, say, 2004, a wood monkey year, could be totally different from someone born in 2016, a fire monkey.
Yeah, absolutely. They share that core monkey energy, but the element adds this whole other layer. Like a wood monkey, someone born in 2004, often drawn to creativity. They've got this sense of justice. It's almost like the wood element, all about growth, right?
Yeah.
It fuels this need for fairness, wanting to make the world better.
So it's not just being creative, it's driven by something deeper. Now, those 2016 babies, the fire monkeys, are they just running around, I don't know, metaphorically lighting things up?
Well, there's definitely a fiery energy there. Adventurous, maybe a tad impulsive, but that enthusiasm, infectious, often great leaders, though they might need to keep that headstrong side in check sometimes.
Okay, I'm getting a sense of what makes monkeys tick, but like any good personality profile, we've got to look at both sides, right?
Yeah.
The good, the maybe not so good.
And it's important to remember every sign has both. It's about balance, yeah.
Absolutely. So let's dish on those monkey strengths. What makes them so darn magnetic?
Well, first off, crazy intelligent, quick-witted. They just think on their feet, adapt to new situations, which makes them fantastic problem solvers.
That makes sense. It's probably why you find so many monkeys excelling in those fast-paced fields like tech or entrepreneurs.
Totally.
Yeah.
They need that challenge using their creativity. But beyond that, they've got this playful, almost childlike energy. It's charming, charismatic, it draws people to them.
So life of the party, always cracking jokes, coming up with crazy ideas.
That's one way to put it. But remember what I said about the flip side. That playfulness, sometimes it tips into mischief. And that need for stimulation can make them a little, shall we say, inconsistent.
So that monkey mind is always racing, which I guess can be good and bad.
Exactly. Full of exciting plans one minute, then on to the next thing.
I can see how that might cause some friction in relationships. Is that their biggest hurdle?
It's up there. They value independence, maybe even more than other signs, and that need for freedom can be tough for others to handle.
So they need someone who gets it, right? That it's not personal, just part of their nature.
Precisely. They crave connection, but on their own terms. And speaking of which, our compatibility chart, it lays out some fascinating insights into which signs complement that independent nature and which ones, well, might require a bit more effort.
Ooh, juicy details. Before we get there, any other monkey quirks we should know about? Give us the inside scoop.
Well, remember all that mental energy. Sometimes that can lead to stress, overthinking.
Prone to the 3 a.m. thought spirals.
Definitely a possibility. They need outlets, whether that's creative stuff, deep talks, or just friends who can keep up with that wit.
Makes sense. Now, on to those compatible connections. Our chart says rats, dragons, and snakes are considered a good match for monkeys across the board. What is it about those signs that clicks with that monkey energy?
Let's start with rats. They have a similar mental agility. Rats are intelligent, resourceful, and, just like monkeys, adaptable. They can handle the quick wit, the ever-changing interests.
It's like they speak the same mental language.
Exactly. Plus, rats tend to be loyal and supportive, which is grounding for a monkey who might be, well, prone to flights of fancy.
It's like the rat creates that safe haven for the monkey to explore, knowing someone's got their back.
You got it. Now, dragons offer something a little different. They match the monkey's energy with their own passion and ambition, both drawn to excitement, new experiences. Never a dull moment with those two.
Sounds adventurous, but in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to hear more about this. Snakes and monkeys, they seem like total opposites.
That's the beauty of it. Snakes are wise, intuitive, they think strategically. They bring a sense of calm that can be super alluring to a monkey with a million thoughts swirling.
So it's that classic opposites attract, but in a way that lasts.
Exactly. They challenge each other in all the right ways. Now, our chart also highlights some potentially trickier relationships. Tigers, pigs, and surprisingly, other monkeys. Why are these considered more challenging?
All right, let's unpack this. Tigers first.
So both tigers and monkeys are strong, independent, confident, used to getting their way, which can create this dynamic of constantly butting heads, right? Each trying to be the alpha.
Yikes. Sounds intense. Like fireworks?
It can be.
Yeah.
Then there's the pig. Pigs love peace, harmony, stability. They're grounded, thrive on routine, tradition.
Okay, and I think I see where this is going.
Right. Compare that to the monkey's need for stimulation, change, and you can see the clashes.
It's like they speak different languages when it comes to their ideal lifestyle.
Exactly. And finally, the most intriguing, the monkey-monkey pairing.
It seems counterintuitive, right? Wouldn't they just get each other?
You'd think. But while they might share traits and get each other's quirks, it can also lead to competition, especially if they're not careful.
Oh, I see. It's like having two stars in a solar system, both brilliant, but maybe battling for the spotlight.
You got it. That makes it hard to keep things harmonious.
So, not doomed, but definitely needs more effort. How does this actually play out in their love lives? I'm dying to know.
Well, let's dive into the monkey love life and see how those sparks fly. Because understanding monkey relationship dynamics, especially in love, can be surprisingly insightful.
So the monkey love life. Something tells me it's anything but boring. They crave excitement, so I'm guessing romance is no exception. What kind of partner can keep up with that energy?
Well, remember, monkeys are all about mental connection, exploring ideas, experiences, so a partner who's intellectually curious, that's key.
Makes sense. But we've also got those monkey quirks to factor in, right? Like needing their independence, and consistency isn't always their strong suit.
Exactly, which is why if we look at the chart, rats are such a good match. They keep up mentally, but they also give that stability, that security, so the monkey can just be themselves.
So the rat's like, go ahead, swing from the chandeliers. I've got you if you fall.
Perfect analogy. And in matters of the heart, that trust. Essential for a monkey. They need to be their full selves, no judgment.
Okay, rat-monkey love, I'm here for it. What about dragon-monkey pairings? I'm getting a can't stop, won't stop vibe from those two.
Oh, for sure. You're talking passionate, ambitious, always up for a challenge. Together, they encourage each other, they dream bigger, take risks, living life to the fullest.
Sounds like a whirlwind, but in a good way. Okay, now snakes. Help me out here, because on the surface, so different from monkeys.
That's what's so great about it. A monkey might be drawn in by the mystery, that quiet intensity, but it's the depth that really makes it work.
So less fireworks, more slow burn.
Exactly. Snakes, they're intuitive, insightful. They see the world differently, offer a fresh perspective that a monkey with all their buzzing around might miss.
Like they help the monkey slow down, appreciate the little things.
Precisely. Plus, snakes are incredibly sensual. They bring a calmness that a monkey who always has a lot going on up here, taps forehead, really needs.
It's that yin and yang thing, isn't it? Balancing each other out.
Absolutely. You've got playful energy, a bit frenetic sometimes, balanced by that introspective, grounded nature.
Okay, I'm seeing it. But not all relationships are perfect, right? What about those trickier pairings for monkeys? We've got to talk about those.
Right. Important to understand. Like we said, tigers and monkeys, potential for conflict, used to being in charge, neither backs down easily, especially in love.
And I'm guessing, communication-wise, could be a bit explosive.
You could say that. Then there's pigs. Remember, peace, harmony, stability, that's their thing.
Yeah, it's like their ideal date night is, I don't know, staying in, perfectly planned, maybe a shared spreadsheet to keep it all on track.
Right. Which, nothing wrong with that, but for a monkey, a little too predictable, maybe a little too tame. They need spontaneity, a little chaos.
It's like fitting a square peg in a round hole. Their needs just clash.
Exactly. And then the monkey-monkey romance could be the best thing ever, or, well, not.
It's that whole can't live with him, can't live without him thing, isn't it? What makes it so tricky.
Imagine the initial spark, though. Two witty, playful, adventurous souls, the chemistry off the charts.
So honeymoon phase is probably legendary, but then reality sets in.
Exactly. That's when the challenges hit. Freedom, independence, they both need a lot of it. They get bored easily if they're not both putting in the effort.
They got to be mindful, nurture that connection, or it falls apart.
Exactly. Plus, they might start competing, trying to outdo each other.
So communication, compromise, that's non-negotiable.
Absolutely. You know, this has got me thinking. We're so focused on romantic love, but these dynamics, they apply to other relationships too, friendships, for example.
Oh, for sure. And knowing monkeys, those friendships are probably never dull. Do the same compatibility rules apply? Like, are rats still the best friend a monkey could ask for?
Definitely up there.
I'm dying to hear more about these monkey friendships, because life's more fun with a playful monkey by your side, right?
They definitely keep things interesting. And yeah, just like romance, some signs just click with monkeys on that friend level.
So tell me more. Who are the ultimate monkey BFFs?
Well, you might guess this one. Rats, still at the top. They just get that monkey humor, the need for spontaneity. When they just go from 0 to 60. Rats can handle it. Plus, they're there to listen when the monkey needs to process, and with that busy brain, it happens.
It's that mix of fun and support, right? That's what makes it last. What about dragons, though? Do they bring that same fiery energy to their friendships as they do to romance?
Totally. They're the ultimate hype friends, always celebrating each other's wins, offering encouragement when things get tough, and constantly pushing each other to grow, to chase those big dreams.
Dynamic duo energy, for sure. Okay, now I'm picturing snake-monkey friendships. Are they bonding over, like, board games and philosophy, or is that too cliche?
Maybe a little cliche, but not totally off base. Snakes, they bring that wisdom, that perspective that monkeys, who are always on the go, might miss. They're the friends who are like, hey, slow down for a second. Think this through.
Like a personal advisor, but, the fun kind.
Exactly. But let's not forget those trickier friendships. Even those can be good.
Right, like tigers. I just imagine them as, like, constantly battling it out,
It's a possibility, sure, but it doesn't have to be a disaster. Think of it like a friendly rivalry. One that pushes both of them, the monkey and the tiger, to do better.
So they might clash, but it's because they're both so driven.
Exactly. Sometimes that dynamic can be really motivating as long as, egos don't get out of control. Gotta have a sense of humor about it.
True, true. What about monkey-pig friendships, though? That still feels like a head-scratcher, just how different they are.
It takes effort, for sure. It's all about finding balance, appreciating the differences. Monkeys gotta remember the pig's need for routine, and pigs, they might need to loosen up a little, embrace the spontaneity.
So maybe not, like, join to the hip 204/7.
Yeah.
But they can still enjoy hanging out, learn from each other.
Exactly. And of course, the monkey-monkey friendship, which you can imagine.
Oh, I can only imagine. Double the fun, but also double the trouble.
Yeah. Pretty much. Could be the most supportive, amazing friendship ever. Or, a constant power struggle. Depends on the monkeys.
Hilarious and probably accurate.
Right. Communication is key. Respecting boundaries. And, sharing is important. Got to share those metaphorical bananas.
Speaking of monkey business, we haven't even talked about work styles. Knowing them, they're probably not meant for those boring office jobs, are they?
Not a chance. They need stimulation. Careers where they use that creativity, that quick wit, their ability to solve problems.
Anything that keeps them engaged, challenged. So no spreadsheets for these guys.
Unless they can find a way to make spreadsheets fun. Seriously, though, they need fast-paced, always changing environments, always learning.
Startups, tech, anything creative.
Exactly. Natural communicators, too, so marketing, sales, maybe even entertainment could be good.
But what about those monkey weaknesses? Do those come up at work, too?
Oh, definitely. Inconsistency can be a challenge, and that need for constant stimulation. Not always a good fit for jobs that are super routine-heavy or detail-oriented.
Maybe not an accountant, then.
Probably not, unless they find a way to shake things up. But really, it's about finding strategies, support systems, things that help them play to those strengths, manage the weaknesses.
The right environment, right people makes a huge difference.
Huge. And speaking of the right people, those compatibility dynamics, they apply at work too.
Tell me more. Who brings out a monkey's best at work and who? Well, who should they maybe avoid?
You won't be surprised. Rats. Still a top pick. They're grounded, practical, which helps monkeys actually, get things done. Plus, they're not afraid to challenge the monkey's thinking, so you get some really innovative ideas that way.
It's a great combo, the big ideas and actually making them happen.
For sure. Now, dragon-monkey coworkers, that can be amazing, or little much. Depends how they handle those big personalities.
Double the ambition, but also double the drama potential.
You said it. Shared vision, they can achieve anything. But if it's all competition and ego, not so good.
Tread carefully, but could be a huge payoff.
Exactly. Snakes, though, as coworkers, invaluable to monkeys. They're the strategists, the ones who see the big picture, help the monkeys plan.
So they stop them from chasing every shiny object that pops up.
You got it. On the other hand, tiger-monkey coworkers, maybe invest in a good mediator.
Yeah, two strong personalities, recipe for disaster.
It can be, not always. Depends on the people, if they can collaborate. If they can respect each other's strengths, work towards the same goal, that's motivating for both of them.
Finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
Healthy competition versus all-out war. What about pig monkey coworkers, though?
Honestly, probably the toughest match at work. Their styles are just opposite. Pigs like routine, stability, and monkeys, oh,
Like trying to mix oil and water.
Exactly. And then there's the monkey-monkey coworker situation, which I have a feeling...
It's a lot like their friendships, am I right? Amazing or a disaster?
You know it. Can they communicate, respect boundaries, and most importantly, can they share? Those are the questions.
A potential minefield, but maybe some incredible breakthroughs, too. So much monkey business going on. And we haven't even touched on family dynamics. Our sources mention that this can be really interesting, especially monkey parents. Are they the fun ones, or do those mischievous tendencies make parenting interesting?
Monkey parents are a wild ride. Definitely bring that playfulness, that energy.
I'm already picturing, like, couch cushion forts and spontaneous dance parties.
Totally. They keep things entertaining. Rules and discipline, though. That's where it gets unpredictable.
Not strict, then. More like, let's see what we can get away with kind of parents.
You got it. Rules one day, gone the next. Especially something more fun comes along.
That's where a partner with a bit more of a grounding energy, maybe a rat or a snake, would come in handy, right? For the kids' sake.
Absolutely. Balance is key. And don't forget about monkey kids. All that curiosity, energy, need for adventure.
I bet those kids could power a small city with how much energy they have. What's it like parenting a mini monkey?
Imagine constant activity, questions, probably a few pranks too, just for fun.
I bet they keep their parents on their toes.
You have no idea. But those compatibility dynamics, they play out within families too.
Oh, right. So like a monkey parent might clash with a tiger kid who needs their space, or a pig child who's all about routine.
Exactly. And even between siblings. Two monkey siblings. Or imagine a monkey child trying to outsmart their snake parent. Never a dull moment.
Sounds chaotic, but in a good way.
It definitely keeps things interesting, but no matter what the signs are, open communication, understanding each other, and a good sense of humor, that's what makes a family work.
So true. And speaking of wisdom, we can't forget about the Monkey King, right? Sun Wukong.
Yes. The monkey archetype. Mischievous, clever, always pushing those limits, but ultimately on a journey. Growing, transforming.
It's like those monkey traits we talked about. They're just a starting point, not the end. It's up to each monkey to decide how they use them.
Exactly. Which brings us to a final thought for our listeners. How much of our Chinese zodiac sign is destiny, set in stone, and how much is about our own journey? What we learn, how we grow.
That's something to think about. And on that note, we've reached the end of our monkey deep dive. Hopefully you guys have learned something new about this fascinating sign. Maybe it's even inspired you to explore your own Chinese zodiac journey. Thank you so much for joining us on the deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep embracing all those, fascinating contradictions that make us who we are.